Yo, what's going on, guys? It is DaBoss for another video today. So before I get into the main part of this video, guys, I just want to let you guys know that this Star Wars The Last Jedi review will contain a couple of spoilers in it. So if you guys haven't seen the movie yet, I would recommend going and seeing it first before you watch this review. But regardless, just a pre-warning, let's just get right into the main point of the video. So how do I even start this off? I know The Last Jedi has been, the subject of a bit of controversy among some Star Wars fans. Some fans were walking away with, mixed reception. It's gone completely well with, critics and whatnot. Rotten Tomatoes and various other companies have given it critical acclaim for various things, and I see why. I love the movie. I see it on equal grounds, at least, with The Force Awakens. Of course, not all fans feel that way because of various things going on through the movie. A lot of the things that I really enjoyed in this movie were the fact that Snoke died. I'm glad that he got what had coming to him, when he got cut in half, but then again, he might come back. I know one of the things that fans, weren't the most happy with is, what's Snoke's backstory? How is he the leader of the First Order, and all that stuff. So, I hope they explain that. If it's a short movie or a short film or something like that, I really hope that they explain it at some point. Another thing that I really liked in the movie was, the whole story going with Kylo Ren and Rey, and the struggle between them, with Rey trying to get the good side of Ren out, with Ren trying to get the bad side of Rey out, so that way she'll join him. And, it was interesting seeing the struggle, and of course we all saw it coming. There was a lot of speculation about whether or not Rey would turn to the dark side, or Ren would go to the good side, but in the end, Ren got his booty handed to him, again, by Rey, and Rey got away, and she helped the remaining Resistance members, which I thought was really cool. I liked the story and the interaction with, Poe and Finn and all those guys. I love the interactions that they had with the Resistance. I felt that it was really cool. Their story set up, each of them had their own separate section. Poe on board the ship, Finn and the mechanic, Rosie, I think her name was, going to that planet to recruit that DJ guy. I'm just going to call him DJ because I don't remember his actual name. But they recruited DJ to help hack into the ship, so that way they could disable that tracker that was following them. I liked following the story there, and the fact that Finn got over his, I suppose you could say, wanting to run away from situations, especially the scene where he wanted to run right into the cannon that was about ready to blow open the last basic defense for the remaining Resistance members. So I liked that story arc with him. I really enjoyed the interactions with Rey and Luke as well. I loved Luke in this movie. There were a couple of things. I wish Luke, how do I say this? I wish Luke would have been more involved with it. He was heavily involved, especially with Rey's portion of it, influencing her and teaching her the ways, the Jedi shouldn't be around anymore and all that. But it was also a good story development for Luke, because after all the events that happened in the early movies where he's considered a hero, after his failures with trying to basically kill Ren and causing him to become the evil person that he is today, and the deaths of all his other students, it was really, really cool to see his progression from realizing that, his failure was his greatest success, that he can use that to help give hope for the future, because he is this legendary hero, and he did that. He basically sacrificed himself, holding off Ren and the other guys, and allowing them all to escape, which I thought was really good. I loved that touch. And it was really emotional seeing, seeing Luke leave after that, his body just fades away. So I really think that that was good. It was a good ending for Luke. I don't want to say that he's dead, but in all honesty, he died. Let's just face it, people. I also really love the appearance of Yoda. I didn't see that coming, honestly. Yoda appearing back in the movie. But it was cool to see him again. It was cool to see our little green Jedi Master again. He's really funny. I like him. So, yeah, it was cool to have Yoda back and give Luke the inspiration that he needed to come back and save everybody. The thing, though, that I didn't really, how do I say this? I didn't find the best in the movie was the whole plot setup for, the Resistance ships were all trapped behind a force field. They had, I understand that they got tracked and stuff like that, alright? And if they would have made, another warp speed, they would have been out of fuel, and, the First Order wouldn't be able to find them anyway, right? And they would have just killed them. But the fact that they just sat there, sitting ducks for, 70 to 80% of the movie, while everyone else was running around, and Rey was with Luke. Finn and Rosie were trying to find the DJ guy so they could go on board the ship, so they could disable the tracking system, and they ended up getting captured, but then they escape, and they beat the crap out of all the stormtroopers in there, including that one heavily silvered one, which I don't remember the name of, but it was really cool seeing Finn just beat the living garbage out of her. It was cool. It was funny. But then you had Poe on board the ship with his mutiny and everything else, trying to try and save everybody's lives. And while all this different stuff was going on, they were sitting there the entire time with the freaking fleet was sitting there just taking pot shots at them until all the ships ran out of power, and then they just blew them up when the force field's disabled. I'm not going to say it was lame, because it wasn't, because in a way it was kind of necessary to do it that way, to set up all the other plot points for the movie, and to, lead to the epic conclusion in the end where the rebellion now can rebuild itself and fight back again against the First Order. I get all that, but I'm not going to lie, it was just, I don't know, I wish they would have done it in a different way, but it is what it is. For the most part, though, I loved this movie. It was a great movie. I think that the next movie is going to be a really good setup. I'm curious to see where, everything goes with Rey, like who her parents actually are. I don't know if her parents are actually those junkers, as Ren was saying, buried in a pauper's grave and just abandoned her for a drink, on the planet that she was found on, The Force Awakens. I don't know if that's true, but I'm curious to see where our character goes from here. I'm curious to see if Ren's actually going to turn to the good side. I'm curious to see where, like, Finn, Poe, and all the other characters, they go in the future. And I'm curious to see what the, what the Resistance is going to do, how they're going to rebuild, and how they're going to finally take down the First Order once and for all. So, curious to see all that, and curious to see all the further character development. Overall, though, I really enjoyed The Last Jedi. I absolutely loved the film. Big Star Wars fan, as you guys might not have been able to tell. I'm wearing a classic Star Wars shirt. I actually wore this to the movie, so it was pretty good. I liked it, actually. So overall, if I had to give a rating-based thing on this movie, I would honestly give this one a 10 out of 10. Like, it did have its issues, like I talked about. Some plot points that I hope get explained, like with Snoke. And, something I wasn't the biggest fan of was them just sitting there the whole time behind the force field with the freaking First Order ships. But overall, I accept it because it's just part of the plot, and it helps set up a lot of great things in the movie, so I can let it slide. Overall, though, guys, this has been my thoughts and impressions on Star Wars The Last Jedi. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys have seen the movie and you want to leave your thoughts, leave them in the comment section down below, as I am always curious to see what you guys have to say. And, of course, drop a like on this video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to catch the next video. And that's all from me. Until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.